Good evening, everybody. Crooksville gave Mexico a ball game for a half, but the Tigers trailed 6-0. But Mexico broke the game open in the third quarter by using touchdown runs of 52 and 85 yards, and they would go on to win it 25-6. Hugh Dunn Field was packed tonight as Macon hosted Brookfield. First quarter, Macon in black. Here is a bright spot on special teams. Nolan Bright would bust it outside. He would be stopped on the 29-yard line. Later on in the drive, it's number 17 who picks up the first down on a 4th and 2. Brookfield was pinned deep. Cale Horton almost runs into your living room. However, it would be called back because of a hold. Later on in the quarter, Jared Savage would score for Macon. However, a hold would take those points off the scoreboard. But in the end, like Bill Murray said in the movie Stripes, it doesn't really matter. Macon wins it 17-14.
The Tama Bulldogs had tons of festivities this week for homecoming. Now it all comes down to the homecoming game against a very tough opponent in Cedar Rapids, Prairie. And one possession game late in the first, Prairie with the ball driving. A handoff here to Joseph Meyer, and he's tackled by a bunch of Bulldogs, but it's Joey Mitchell who gets a hand in there to force the fumble. Alec Hensley falls on it, and Tama takes over. First play of the possession, new QB Eli McDaniel. He drops back and puts a perfect pass in there for Kane Brumbaugh. The two connect for a 44-yard gain, and that would put the Bulldogs into the red zone a little bit later. 3rd and goal now, but the penalties back the Bulldogs up. McDaniel drolls left looking for someone to pass to, and he lobs a prayer over the middle, and Levi Usher is there to step in for the interception. He's taken out at the 23-yard line. Next play, Hawks QB Dakota Simonson takes the handoff, and he breaks through into the secondary before he is stopped for a 30-yard gain all the way at the Bulldogs 37. In the red zone now, Simonson again, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown there. The Hawks pull away from there. Tama falls to Cedar Rapids Prairie 58-7.
The Big Reds of Centerville came into tonight's game against Davis County looking for their first home win of the season. First drive of the game, Davis County hands it to Hyatt Flanagan, but he comes out of the chaos empty-handed. Logan Stickler rips the ball away to give the Big Reds possession and momentum. With his eyes on the end zone, Bryce Cardani follows his line for the first score. The Big Reds love the Pigskins so much that special teams is even in on the action. The squib kick bounces perfectly into Centerville hands. Kozlarzic tries to find a receiver on the outside, but finds Mustangs Tyler Prevo for the NO. The Mustangs couldn't get hot as the big fella Trenton Bogle absorbs any and all yardage. Kicking off the second quarter, Davis County tries to jump start their offense with a screen to Nick Slayton, who says, no short gains for me, young sir. I do what I want. He is tripped up just outside of the 20-yard line. Sadly for Davis County, the excitement was short-lived as a bad snap is picked up by Big Red's defense. Final score of the pennant game, Centerville 26, DC nothing.
The Pitkin Panthers came into tonight with 2 straight wins. Both wins were in district play. Tonight, the Panthers try to knock off district-leading Linville Sully. Also senior night for the Panthers. Linville Sully started with the ball on 3rd down here. Elijah Collins finds Caden Dunsberger over the middle, and he does the rest. He goes all the way into the end zone. The Hawks go for 2 and make it 8-0 in the first. Panthers punt on their first possessions. Now Collins again to pass, and he's trying to go deep, but instead Trevor Northrup is there for the tiptoe sideline interception, and the Panthers take over. 3rd and 11 for Pitkin, a handoff to Tyler Copeland, and he is stopped out of bounds for a 5-yard gain on 3rd and 11, and that brings up 4th down. 4th and 6, but the offense stays out. A handoff to Trevor Northrup, but he's stopped just 1 yard short of the sticks. That makes it a turnover on downs. 2-possession game in the second quarter. Chandler Eckley takes the short kick here, gets a nice block on the outside, and then is able to dance around with defenders. Eventually, he would get a 20-yard return there, but Pitkin can't score on the decent field position. The Panthers' win streak comes to an end as they lose 43-14.
In Memphis, the Scotland County Tigers taking on Knox County. Both teams have had this one circled on the schedule all season. A win means you get to take this puppy home, the Clyde Trophy, and of course a year worth of bragging rights. On to the first quarter, some miscommunication here. The snap is fumbled and then kicked towards the end zone where Aaron Buford would be able to fall on it for 6. The Tigers fumbled twice on the goal line but still managed to score. They go up 7-0. Still first quarter, Knox County. Hayden Miller would pitch this one off. The Eagles would walk this one in. They then go for 2 here, and Noah Talton would push his way through with a little help. Great effort there. Eagles go up 8-7 late in the first quarter. Now on to the second quarter. A Knox County fumble would give the Eagles great field position. Will Fromm would launch this one to Ryan Slaughter, who jogs in for 6. Tigers would opt to go for 2 here, and the handoff to Buford's going to get stuck on the goal line. Tigers would lead 13-8 at the break and pick up the W tonight, 20-14 over Knox County on homecoming.
Now let's check out the scoreboard, sponsored by ScoreStream.